Okay, cool. Welcome back. So we've gotten ourselves this featherfall cloak from the Keep on the Borderlands farm. We farmed all the little feathers we need, the quills to get the amount. We've advanced our character to level 2. We've already got 2 pips into the next level. We're getting close to getting to level 3. Things start getting more fun. The next step is to initially go into Korthos Island and go rescue Hayton. Even though we picked up a lot of quests, before we do that, we've got an enhancement point to apply. To do that, these action points, go down here and pop this interface. This up here is not how to get to the interface. It shows you what you have picked up. So you want to come down here while you're in a town, not in a dungeon or adventure, and you can apply another point. Um, Make a decision, take your time on this kind of stuff. I want to pick something really quickly because this is just a demo character. Favorite enemy. Let's see what we got. Where's this one here? Animal empathy reuse. Armor class favorite enemy. Hide, move silently, no. Diplomacy, no. Melee attack, sneak attack, no. What's this one right here? No, we don't want to do that one. We have 2 action points. We need to be a higher level for that. What's this here? Listen, spot. Entangle. Tumble and hide. Dexterity and strength to see if we can pick it. It's still red. So it requires level 4. Can't do that yet. So we're going to grab this arcane archer one here. Close this one here. Grab this arcane archer one, and then we'll grab this true strike. And this is why we grab this. Your ranged attack with plus 20 to hit, you receive plus 4 insight bonus to hits for 12 seconds. So that's gonna, if you're really fighting something difficult, it's beyond your skill level, that's gonna be a great way to get a chance to hit something. Now, we accepted this, but you can't pull these from here, right? You're going to need to go to your character sheet and then go to enhancements and pull the active ability, which is a square, and then drag it onto your bar. We're going to put it on the second tab here and remove this out. That's a melee ability. All right, great. Now that we got that done, let's go into Korthos Island. We'll leave it on normal. And remember, we got some NPCs from the harbor area, and we're going to summon one of those for us as well. Let's turn the ambience back up. All right, cool. Now, this is something that's really important. Get the NPC up. I'm going to grab the bard initially and set her to aggro. It's a dude. And then we want to open up that quest interface. We've picked up a lot of quests. This is one of the things about MMOs you got to be careful. It's like quest organization skills. We want to find the one that tells us to go find the Hayton guy, or whatever his name was. Let's see what it's called. Sacrifices, we did that. We already did this. Necromancer's Doom, that's in the catacombs. Explore the island. Redemption. Sacrifices. The aqueduct. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go try going there and see if we can get that knocked out. The mayor has asked us to look for that. These are the other ones, the ones you've already completed. So let's go to the very first one here. Help Ursa. Okay, so let's go do this first one that's right up the road here. And we can mount up and zip up here really quickly. This first NPC up here oftentimes has a quest for you right away. So we can grab that real quick. And that's going to take us down here. But before you jump down, you can nail them on your mount with your bow from range. And since you have feather fall, you can just jump down here and take no damage. And you can actually shoot while you're falling. Okay. We're going to go into this underground complex.
The air grows damp and fetid as the ancient tunnel descends.
The first time you ever played this, this is a little confusing. There is a big chamber with a frozen floor. There's a lever here that opens and closes and alternates these 2 doors. And so if you pull this lever, this door opens and this door closes. It's kind of strange. You'll do a lot of stuff just to unlock like a restaurant that you don't really need to do, but there's an area you can swim to move progress to finish the adventure. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this to the right. We're going to head over this way. And you have this large chamber where the floor is frozen. And the door closed behind us. So our NPC is behind us. You can actually click this button to have him teleport to you. Which will let you see. And he wakes up. A lot of the doors in the game are going to have valves or switches right next to them to open the doors. They'll stay closed. Sometimes once they've been activated, they won't be able to be activated again.
The sound of distant snoring warns you that you are not alone here.
So you have this massive area where this ice will crack and fall away. There's like a frost trap going off intermittently in this big Gorn mouth, or Sahuagin mouth. There are secret doors and stuff around here. You'll have sleeping Sahuagin here. And this is the mechanic you heard me mention before, where there's always doorways with colored jewels over them, and then there'll be colored jewels where the switch that opens part of it, like there'll be like a red and a green. So that means you're gonna need to find the red and the green switch. It's very rudimentary. You can even see all the way over here, there's another one with another color. Again, we've got a spot check right here, so we can just do a quick little check, and we found this secret doorway. We have this stairwell pipe with Einstein formulas on it that is not open. And here's another valve here. Let's activate that. This is something you want to activate. A slight rumble. So basically you're trying to get the ice to break. You can interact with it again. And then the ice wall break. And you see there's water below, but some of this is shallow water, so if you jump on it without a Featherfall cloak, you would take damage. We're going to want to go down there, but we're going to need to go over and adjust that switch over there first. So just wait for the blast to come out of here first. Don't get hit by it. We can slip through here, and we're going to got a search for another trap. Yep, letting us know about it. We're not a rogue, so we can't disable it. We'll hit this switch. This door is locked. So we need to go through the other way. Let's wait for this to blast again. And we just get through here. And we can come across this way. And don't want to run into that. Activate this trip. You can start activating valves sometimes and turn away. And we're going to actually jump down into here. Notice how we just feather fall through that. And there's another switch here. Now, this is going to open up. There's two of them. There's an underwater passageway that we need to get to. There's a gate there. If you swim over this way, let's get that map open again. You'll see these grates. And it's got two more little jewel markers on it. So once again, find the corresponding jewel markers. That's what's going to open that up. So that's why we need to get down into here. We open these doors up. There's like this, where the invisible edge here, if you swim into it, you won't go forward. You got to jump to get out of it. So we'll activate both of these. Okay, we'll pick this back up and make sure we got things going. So we pulled this switch here, and now we should be able to go down to the underwater gateway. So it is this way. If you see the grate, it's the opposite direction. It's basically south. Both the jewel switches have been turned. Before you go in there, you may want to just pop up real quick and grab a breath. It'll instantly reset your breath, and then you can go down and swim through it again. There is a ladder. It's slower going up the ladder. You can jump to get off the ladder and just point straight up or press the jump key and you'll go up right away. And we've got another, spot check happening here. So let's go ahead and do a quick check to see if there's anything we're missing. Yes. Let's see what this is. Okay, it's just a rest shrine. Did you see the two zero zeros over my character's head? That's because of the bracers that we got earlier. Remember the bracers we like, mitigate X amount of damage? So all damage except bludgeoning and slashing. So both those guys were doing piercing damage. We aren't really damaged enough to need to use this shrine. Sometimes these rooms are worth going into because there will be switches that you can throw. For example, this switch throws, I believe, the opening to the previous room. So you can go up the ladder real quick and take a look. But we need to go back down that other way to get to the last area. Okay. So this is, remember this room earlier? It had the little switch, had the valve was closed. Now it's open. So we can jump down and land on the, and we can feather fall. So we just fall down here. Now we go back into this room. And we need to progress. So that's the area through the ice.
From the murky water is great relief. The air seems slightly cooler here. The temperature plunges as we ford ahead. The giantess device must be near.
You got an NPC 4 feet to your left, dude. You haven't woken up yet. Okay, here's a little reward chest. Expeditious retreat boots. These are usually with a charge. Yep, they go one charge. You can run 25% faster. It'll last 5 minutes. That's really great if you're running across a map, outdoors, want to get somewhere. We'll take these, obviously. I'm not going to wear them right now. Do I have some boots on? What do I have on right now? Seeker and Swim. The enhancement bonus for critical hits is nice. We're not going. If you really want to be a completionist and you aren't making a video for someone like I'm doing, you could go through and bash all these things up. You'll end up getting potions and sometimes some, like, you know, acid protection and, you know, protection from evil potions and the consumable stuff. There's a method spawned out of nowhere. Okay. Now we got this little named crag up here with 83 health. We should be able to pop him from a distance pretty handily. It's not going to be that big of a deal. And your NPC hireling should help you. You can just go around here to let him deal with it. And we have another one of these little puzzles. Now there's a trap up here. You can see this frost stuff blasting. Here's the control panels. But the problem is that we're not a rogue, right? So if we had like a level in rogue when we leveled up instead of taking another level in ranger, it would have been an ability for us to do that. You'll also see this mechanic in the game in the early part where you have these frozen adventurers that you need to get rid of. Sometimes there'll be zombies come out of them once you pop them and crack them open. Alright, so we don't want these two frosty things to blast us. So what we want to do instead is see if we can get out of here.
The giantish device. The freezing mists it is spewing are directed the wrong way. With the right timing, you can get close enough to redirect them.
So this is something that most people kind of miss out on from a lore perspective. So it calls this, I'm going to zoom in a first person here, right? It calls this the giantess device. So what do you think that is? It's like a massive giant with a with like a Julius Caesar olive crown on, and it's somehow causing all this freezing whoop-de-doo in the whole realm. But we need to get rid of this freezing crap. The goal here is to readjust these tiles to make the freezing stuff blast the door because we can't open the door. Sometimes while you're doing this area, you'll have an NPC, you know, another enemy will come out of here. So this is a trickier puzzle than normal. So we're going to pull the camera out a little bit in non-action mode. So we go like this, and we go, okay. Unlike the other puzzle, in this one, you sometimes need to have things go around the sides, not just the top. So remember my trick before where we said, okay, this is where it connects, this doesn't connect. You can reverse engineer from where you were, the direction you might want to go. So let's see, turn this way, and this, you know, let's get him out of the way. So what you can do, you can come over here and have him stand, and he'll stay there and be out of the way. And we're going to turn this tile this way, but that's going to get us only to here. And this will come to here. And we need to get this out of this area. So this is straight, straight, curved, curved, curved. If we turn this one, we lose all the power, but if we turn it this way,
The
it connects to that, which blasts the door. But you need to do it twice. Okay, we need to get the same stuff over to this one. So it looks like we could take this one out of, where would we do this? We're coming out here. If you just turn this one, it's not going to give you anything. You turn this one this way. That would give you this, but you still aren't connected. So let's see if we can go this way. Oh, we had that go on working. Let's turn that again. Everything always turns counterclockwise. Turn this one this way. There we go. So we've got that done, got that completed. The rare guy didn't spawn. So by freezing this, it essentially froze the door and blocked this off. Now you're like, you could open up your quest journal and say, what happened? You found the giantish device, use it to keep the ancient beast in hibernation. Go tell Gunnar Barson of Korthos Island, Witness Island. You can see that's actually what has happened with all this. That's where the frost is supposedly coming from. So we got a decent amount of experience. We got 3 pips now. Let's hit finish and we can get out of here. And Ronan has been really helpful, hasn't he? All right. So, remember, the guy that gave us the quest was up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount up. We still have our NPC with us. We're going to ignore all these enemies everywhere and try to get back to our hand-in NPC. So we're just going to blow past all these dudes. And go around this way. And there'll be like rats and Sahuagin and stupid cultists out here. And they'll all start training behind us. Acolytes. Philodendrons. And this is the quest NPC. So we're going to hand this into him to get some more, get whatever the reward item is. We're probably going to be chased by enemies. Let's get rid of them first. Okay, let's see what the reward is. Helmet, that gives us Intimidate and Haggle. We don't care about that. Will save is nice. We already have a +1 intelligence, and will save is more useful. Concentration and Tumble, and Concentration and Diplomacy. So I'm actually going to grab the one with the will save for now, because I think it'll be more useful. And let's go ahead and equip that and get rid of, we got rid of this other little dumb one. All right, so